That's the questions I have for playing teams.
We're about to find out. Rowan University taking on the Richard Stockton College of New Jersey. Game number 1, single elimination. Winner moves on, losers out of the tournament. Gentlemen, let's rock.
Rowan find themselves on the opposing back wall here early. Dark trying to control out of the corner, following up from Captain Koss, but up high is Professor Cab. Can't get the second touch. Large. Gonna try to clear this out. Professor Cab does bump the defender out of the way, allowing Gary to come in.
Rowan starting off with a lot of offense here. That's double commit coming out from Stockton. That's the second one. Can't drop it down is Professor Cab. And the clear does come out for Stockton, but look at the pressure again, immediately back on to the orange side, and Rowan just not letting Stockton out right now.
Not at all, and Rowan on the possession game as well, even to grab back possession where you thought you might have lost it. I think back to that bump earlier in the corner by Professor Cab that allowed Rowan to keep going. That shot up past 2 defenders. Gary getting the first one here for Rowan.
Well, it's figured like a matter of time here for Rowan, as so much pressure, so much ball control. You could see Dark let that one go off the back wall, and 2 defenders just couldn't react in time. Gary able to put it on target above them to the far side. But really, it's all that pressure from Rowan that lets them break down the defense. A couple double commits come out. One commit doesn't even go through from Dark, and all of a sudden, Rowan are in the lead.
That swarming offense, we've seen it time and time again out of teams, both new and old. Just sooner or later, the defense finally cracks. Rowan showing that they have that tenacity we've seen out of other strong teams.
Oh, and Dark, that ball bouncing right off of his car. Gary, can't find the touch there. Large does move it down the field here for Stockton, who needs some sort of consistent possession or shot on net. Their first of the game. Brian Busey trying to clear it away, but Dark had it read the whole way through, gave it away to him. Stockton find themselves with their first extended stay in the blue half, and Professor Cab finally cleared it away.
Looking for a follow-up here. Rowan, again, back on that pressure for the Ospreys. They've just been trying to live through it. That's not the best clear as a bump comes through from Brian Busey. But again, Stockton have got to find a way out here and not let so many touches come through. You see Professor Cab's able to get a demo and beat the first defender on the sideline there. Those are the types of clears from the Ospreys that we want to see.
And even on the back end, Professor Cab still wrapping up Dark. Dark does find the second touch, but then ends up taking the ball away.
Back pass.
Captain Koss able to throw it back to the corner. Halfway through, Rowan still have that 1-goal lead. Oh, and Gary gets by the whole defense and pops it into the net. Rowan pick up their second goal.
And this is kind of what I'm talking about here. You see Gary pick up the ball, pick up boost, and beat the first defender, and then that's it. There's just nobody back from Stockton. They can't get by, or they let the attacker get through the first defender, and all of a sudden, the net's open for Rowan.
Rowan's fast becoming a team to watch out for. We've seen them get a goal through tenacity. And we're also just now seeing Gary show some single-player ability to get the ball down into the goal. But Stockton and Jay are like, hey, don't count us out just yet.
Right off the kickoff, you can see actually basically a double kickoff there as this ball comes out to Dark. And it's really a weak shot right at the defender, but cannot make the save, accidentally hits it into their own net, and there's life in this Osprey team.
And halfway through, definitely needed that pick-me-up goal. Large back over to Dark as the Ospreys try to get out of their own half again, and they're just stretched laterally pretty hard here. You see Professor Cab, he got that boost, backs up on one. Gonna get by another, he can't. Brian Busey there as well, up in front of the box. Gary just waiting to commit on the play, and you kind of understand the play there in midfield as the Ospreys have just been consistently giving the ball up, and a demo opens it up across the box. Trying to take a shot was Gary, but he's way too far off the ball. And for the Ospreys, they're able to clear it out for now. They hang on, and the deficit stays at 1.
And it's weak clears after weak clear for Stockton right now. And Rowan's just kind of sitting back in that third man position, kind of at the top of the circle near the midfield, and waiting for these clears to come out and then attacking when everyone from Stockton commits. You see a lot of double commits in the corners right now. They've got to clean up the defense because Rowan is just keeping so much pressure, so much control. You see the demo comes out. The biggest thing that's saving Stockton right now is that Rowan just can't put anything on target.
No one on the Ospreys has boost right now. Rowan took everything on the field, and the result is this goal by Professor Cab. Absolutely clinical pitch performance.
And it's what happens when you get moved side to side over and over again. You kind of overcommit yourself to make a save, and when you don't make it, you slowly get drained of your resources, and that's exactly what Rowan's done to Stockton here, and it's what pays off for their third goal.
This is looking like Rowan's offensive line out here. There's demos left, right, and center, setting up big opportunities, stealing boosts too. Rowan is a team that's challenging their opponents at every turn.
And Captain Koss trying to work his way towards the box, but yeah, Corelli, you see it too. A lot of space here for Rowan.
He read a whole book before you had anyone challenge them there in the midfield. Stockton just so slow.
And a good pinch out for Large, but they need to do something with it here. A second touch out, got to be a quick follow-up from Dark, and there is. Can't get back to the ball. A huge miss from Brian Busey. It would be bigger, but Gary was the first man to the ball, was able to clear it away and get a demo on his way out. Right now, playing it slow, Professor Cab tried his best. Captain Koss able to come up with it, got the second touch, and pulling within one on the Ospreys.
That's the speed, that's the aggression that you want out of the Ospreys there. You see Large just sticking with the play, getting a touch, not letting the defender out. Captain Koss, that's the speed moving down the field to get to the ball off the back wall, catch that defense out, and Stockton back into this game.
Excellent instance there of just burst offense out of Stockton, New Jersey. 38 seconds, still plenty of time to potentially tie this up and go into overtime, but even if they go down here in game number one, I feel like they needed that to show that they can play offense.
Oh, Gary couldn't get that double tap in. Allow the Ospreys to save this. 25 seconds for them to move down the pitch. They lose control of the ball completely. Dark able to make a challenge in midfield, but nobody on New Jersey is ready for this. And Professor Cab is going to take it. A second touch just off the back wall. 10 seconds left. The Ospreys need to move downfield quickly. And Large can't get back down to it. Captain Koss has off the Professor Cab. That's going to do it for game number one. Rowan with 2 seconds left. Get the insurance.
And I think that's a perfect example of poor clears, or really the clear just not coming for Stockton, and Rowan waiting for those mistakes to come through, able to capitalize when the net's open to put it away. They've done it in basically every single one of their goals, and with 2 seconds left, they're absolutely going to take game number one.